Second bulker refloated after grounding off Sweden. This is from the Maritime Executive, and it was published on June the 7th, 2025. A Panama flag bulker, Miska 35,829 DWT, which went aground a week ago in Ormston between Sweden and Denmark, was refloated during the day on Saturday, June the 7th. The Swedish Coast Guard reports the operation proceeded without problem or pollution, and the ship was moved to port for further inspections. The salvage operation, undertaken by a salvage company hired by the vessel's owners, began at 3 a.m. on Saturday morning by emptying the ballast tanks. Before that, 2 tugboats had been connected to the stern and bow of the ship. At 8:30, the ship was floating freely, and after assistance from the tugboats, was able to continue her 8-hour journey to Landskrona, Sweden, under her own power. Pilots from the Swedish Maritime Administration and officials from the Coast Guard were on board during the salvage operation. On board Miska, there was approximately 938,000 liters of fuel and lubricating oil in her tanks. The Coast Guard had vessels on site to monitor the refloating and address any potential oil leak. Additional environmental resources were standing by if required. Miska grounded on May the 31st while it was southbound in Ormston, coming from Spain on her way to Russia. According to Swedish media reports, the Swedish Maritime Administration's Traffic Center, or VTS, spotted that the ship was outside of the shipping lane and warned the ship around 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. The crew either ignored the warning or did not have time to respond and change course. An investigation was launched to determine why the vessel traveled outside the shipping channel and ran aground on a soft sandy bottom. The ship was traveling only in ballast. The Swedish Coast Guard reported shortly after the grounding that it conducted a sobriety check and found no suspicion of drunkenness among the crew. However, during the week, Sweden reported that it had charged 1 person from the vessel's crew with negligence in maritime traffic. The Coast Guard said it was conducting a preliminary investigation into what it terms the lack of good seamanship surrounding the grounding. The Swedish authorities noted that they were pleased to have a successful conclusion to the recent groundings without significant pollution coming from either case. Good job by everyone involved here. That's 2 successful refloatings in a week, and both vessels were able to return to port under their own power. So that's a very good sign. These 2 groundings happened about 50 miles apart in the same area, and both due to going off course. Hopefully we'll see a report at some point as to why this happened or how this happened, but I guess the main thing is both ships were refloated, no one was hurt, and no pollution in the ocean, which is a nice bonus, that's for sure. All right, guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.